Hey guys, in today's video we are looking at a 4K webcam which has AI noise cancelling and autofocus. So this camera you are seeing me on was sent to me for review by Nearstream, and I'm also recording on its built-in microphone. So I'm going to be showing you the unboxing of this product and I'll run through the software as well. But initially this little bit gives you an idea of what the audio quality is like coming from the microphone built into the camera, and also of course the video quality, which is 4K. It does also have autofocus, so if I move my hand closer, should focus in. There you go, you'll see it just focused there. So yeah, let's jump into the rest of the video and I'll let you know my thoughts on this.
Alright, let's go ahead and unbox this. So it does come in quite a nice box, good enough that it's something you'd expect to see in like a shop or something. So if you was getting this as a gift for someone, it does have some nice packaging and it shows the features on the outside of the box as well. So it's well presented. You've got a little guard that you can use to cover the camera when you're not using it if you're concerned about privacy. I do wish this was built in, but it is an external piece. So we've got the webcam here. It is quite a good looking webcam. It looks quite high end. I like how they've designed it. It's got a pretty low key design. I like the green accented ring in the middle as well. So it's got your typical little clamp on the back, which you can of course clamp onto your screen or whatever device you're going to be using this on. It does have quite a long cable as well. And you do also get a user manual and this warranty card as well. Here's a demonstration of the privacy shield that you can slot onto the front. It doesn't actually have a mounting point, it's just got some rubber feet on the side which enable it to stay in place, and it has a kind of moderately snug fit. It feels a little bit loose, but it's not going to fall off. This webcam has a pretty standard clamping mechanism that you're going to see on most webcams. So it does have a little bit of a tendency to move around a bit. I wish it was a little bit firmer, but I've had this issue with other webcams in the past. When you are trying to adjust it and turn it, it can have a tendency to slide around a bit. You can make this face down and you can also pan it left and right as well. The cable on the back does have a little bit of a tendency to pull the camera back down when you try and tilt it, but other than that, it's pretty standard for this price point. I was really pleased to see that Nearstream have actually registered their program, so when you try and install it with Windows, it does come up as a known company, which not all manufacturers do. So this was really nice to see, and I'm glad they took that extra step, as it gives the software a little bit more credibility. Of course, you should always be careful when installing software on your computer and take precautions where necessary. However, I was then quickly disappointed to see that you're forced to provide your email and get a verification code to use the program. This is really overkill for webcam software. Now, this is becoming more common with a lot of different companies, so Nearstream aren't really doing anything out of the ordinary, but it still is quite annoying to see. We just need like a guest mode or a way to just bypass this screen. We shouldn't have to give more details just to use a webcam application. It's just an unnecessary, annoying step that people aren't going to want to do. The software does support firmware updates, and I was easily able to update the webcam to the latest firmware. It was a pretty seamless process, and the webcam will just simply restart itself after it's installed the latest version.
Alright, so I've updated firmware for the camera, so it's on the latest version. Let's go over to the device settings page. So I'm currently recording using my studio microphone that I use, and we'll do a audio test for the camera's microphone at some point as well. Now, one thing I wish you could change is the video on the screen is obviously backwards. I wish you could flip that around so you could kind of, when you move something, it doesn't move in the opposite way, if that makes sense. You might be able to change that. I'll see if I can do it in a minute. So let's mess around with the field of view here. This is quite nice because sometimes maybe there'll be some stuff in your room you don't want people to see, or maybe your room's like really messy or something. I'll leave it on the max setting, so that'll give you an idea of what you're able to capture, but it does seem quite wide by default. Okay, we can switch it around. So I was wrong. So that's nice because it just makes framing things a little bit easier. So now it's orientated. I don't know how to explain this, but it's orientated in the right way. The bed is actually that side of me from where I'm sitting. Whereas if I put it back to how it was, now it's that way on the screen, but it's actually that way, if that makes sense. So let's put it back. Let's look at some of these app options here. Okay, that flips things upside down. I don't know why you'd ever use that mode, but I guess you could. Oh, okay. Alright, the application just crashed. That's not a good sign. Let's go back. Put this auto framing back on. Okay. So it's zoomed in. Let me try and move. Wow, okay, that is really laggy. So that feature is pretty much useless if it's going to be that slow. Let's turn this off. Autofocus. Okay, so I'm guessing you can manually adjust the focus as well. Let's go into the video settings. So we are on 60 Hertz. Let's mess around with some of these settings. Brightness. Whoa. Contrast. Okay, so I'm not sure why we don't have an option to change the resolution in here. Let's close this down. I'm going to go into the Windows camera app because there was an option in here. Microsoft always make applications that open very fast. Alright, let's close the default app. Maybe that's interfering. Let's close it completely. Okay, here we go. So we're in the native Windows application, and when I was in here earlier, yeah, I've got it set to 4K. Is there audio settings in here? I don't see audio settings. Alright, I tell you what we'll do. I want to save a video from this app and see if the quality is the same. So I'm gonna do a small video recording here, and then I'm gonna see if the recording quality is any better. I'm also gonna let's adjust the webcam a little bit. So I'm in view a little bit better. There we go, so focused. Alright, let's stop this video and see if the quality is the same as the preview. So I'm gonna do a small video recording here, and then I'm gonna see if the recording quality is any better. I'm also gonna let's adjust the webcam a little bit. So I'm in view a little bit better. There we go, so focused. Alright, let's stop this video. So in terms of video quality, I'm pretty happy with it for the price of this webcam, especially if you're going to use a small window. Say you're going to be using this for like a live stream and you're doing some gaming, or maybe you're doing like an instructional video for like maybe a video editor. So if you're going to have your image of your recording in a small box in the corner of the screen, the image quality of this is going to be fine, because it's only really when you blow it up to like full screen you can kind of see a bit of degradation in the video quality. But let's just say I was to have this down in the corner of my screen and I wanted to overlay this in a video. The quality actually looks really nice. It's only when you blow it up to the full size, and if I was to put this completely full screen, so get an actual video file of the full recording, then you're gonna see some breakdown. You can see like some noise and some haziness in the video. But for the price of this webcam, I really think the quality is pretty nice. Alright, so that brings us to the end of the video, and I'm going to share my final thoughts with you on this camera. So I think the audio quality for its price is not bad, and it performed decently well on the background noise test I did. And I think that if you're just going to be using this for like video calls, then it's going to be good enough for most situations. If you're going to be making like videos, I would probably get yourself a studio microphone if you want something a bit high quality, but it does do the job for the one that's built in. For the video quality, I'm quite impressed for the quality, for the price you're paying for this webcam. And overall, I was quite impressed with it, especially as I said, if you're using it in like a small picture-in-picture, if you're doing like a tutorial or a live stream, it's going to be perfectly fine. It's probably just not going to be suitable if you want something quite high-end. There are some webcams out there that offer very good quality, but they can be quite expensive. So I think this one offers a nice middle ground. If you do want to pick this up, you can do so using the link down below. And I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing for more videos like this one. And of course, I will see you in the next one.